Hi there, it's me again, Lorraine. I am back again tonight for the day 2 of our skincare series, and today I'm going to talk to you about exfoliators. So just to kick off, why do we need to exfoliate our skin basically? Now as we age, the skin cell turnover of our natural skin process is it extends basically. It takes longer for our skin to naturally exfoliate itself. When we're young and healthy and our skin's in a nice healthy condition, a normal skin cell turnover is approximately 28 days. And then as we age, that gets significantly longer the older we get. And kind of the result of that and that whole process slowing down means that dead skin cells are stuck to the surface of our skin, which is obviously the bit that everybody sees, and they just build up. They build up, they clog pores, and they result in breakouts. They just sit there and gather old crummy makeup and just, you know, generally you've got sort of unhealthy dead cells sat on the surface of your skin, and it just gives you that really tired, dull, uneven looking complexion. So and then anything we're trying to actually put on our skin, when we've got that all in place, it's just not being able, those products aren't able then to get deep down into, you know, the deeper layers of the skin to actually provide you any benefit. So yeah, pretty grotty overall. So the important thing we need to do is exfoliate. We need to get rid of all of that surface, so those surface cells, and actually what we want to achieve is a nice thin epidermis. That top layer of your skin should be nice and thin. It should only contain you know, a very, very fine layer of skin cells that are almost ready to then come off and be sloughed off, ready for the new fresher cells to come through. So your dermis wants to be nice and thick and full and plump, full of lots of healthy skin cells, and your epidermis should be nice and thin. That's the ideal, but obviously if we don't exfoliate and all of that builds up, our epidermis ends up getting quite thick, which is what we don't really want. So so exfoliate to improve texture, tone. You can sometimes notice it. You might feel your skin feels quite bumpy or just a bit rough, and that's when you know that you really need to work on exfoliating quite vigorously. But we need to do that is still in a way that is gentle and kind to our skin, that's actually going to release all of those dead skin cells but without causing any damage. So you'll find that those kind of heavy duty exfoliating scrubs with the beads in, not very good for your face, for your skin. Just those beads in themselves, they're not very often not biodegradable, so actually they are harmful for the environment as well as your skin. Hi Richard. And so what we want to do is use products that are going to be helpful and not cause any damage to your skin, which is where acids and chemicals come into play. And there are lots of types of exfoliators that you can use at home. Really, really easy. You can use them once or twice a week, and some that you can use once or twice a day. So just going through those with you very quickly. So we've got the Illumia MD Dew Bright and Clear Solution. I'm a big fan of this. You can use this once or twice a day. It's entirely up to you. It depends on your preference. But this stuff contains lactic acid, which is an alpha hydroxy acid, and really, really good for getting that turnover happening, because the lactic acid soaks into the skin. It breaks down the bonds that are holding those dead cells on the surface to the nice healthy cells underneath, so that they can actually come off. And it's not rough or coarse on your skin, so it's not causing any kind of scratching or damage as you're using it. So it's really, really good for exfoliating those cells. This also contains salicylic acid, which I mentioned yesterday in the cleanser video. But salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, so a BHA, which is good for acneic skin, and just keeping that oil at bay, so that it's preventing too many breakouts. It gets right deep down into those pores, cleans them out into those hair follicles, keeping things fresh and clean, ready for any other application of things that you're going to put on after. It's also got things like arnica in there just to keep things gentle and soothing for the skin. So then we've got something else, which is a scrub. So some people do like a scrub type cleanser, but actually it's a lotus scrub. So it contains the seeds from the lotus fruit, which is then it's naturally biodegradable. It's kind for the environment, and it doesn't damage your skin at the same time. But that's quite a gentle exfoliator. Like I say, it is a bit of a scrub because some people do like that feeling, but without being kind of damaging at the same time. Then we've got the AHA Renewal Serum. So this acts just like a serum that you'd put on at night. And I've mentioned AHA, the alpha hydroxy acid, the lactic acid that's in the Bright and Clear. Now in the enzyme peel, that's actually got 8% of lactic acid in there. So it's a higher concentration, and you apply that at night, and it's doing that work for you overnight, to break down those bonds to properly exfoliate the skin. So slightly more heavy duty than the Bright and Clear, but you wouldn't be using it twice a day. That's also got the AHA Renewal Serum has also got sodium hyaluronate, which I can't say, which is a form of hyaluronic acid, to really hydrate and plump your skin. And again, things like arnica to soothe, green tea to as an antioxidant to protect as well. So it's doing lots and lots of things, as well as actually exfoliating your skin. And then just one more, which is another one of my favourites, which is the enzymatic peel. Now this is something that you would use once or twice a week, depending on how you kind of tolerate it. And that is 10% lactic acid and combined with fruit enzymes. Hi Claire. So again, in an even higher dose of lactic acid, but safe for you to use at home. Use this in like a mini peel at home once or twice a week. And yeah, so it's combined with fruit enzymes, so it's quite punchy. It can make your skin quite pink. That's a good thing. It's pulling all that blood to the surface of the skin, shows that it's working, it's really doing its thing. But it feels really, really nice afterwards, but it's quite a deep exfoliator to be done at home. If you want to go kind of like any more heavy duty than that, you'd be looking at more clinical treatments with me in clinic using chemical peels, where we can go with higher doses. But this is about as high a dose as you're going to get, hi Glenda, at home, to be able to use by yourself, and it's no problem at all. That's also got, the word I can't say, sodium hyaluronate. I don't know why I can't say it today. Again, form of hyaluronic acid to keep the skin hydrated, nice and plump. It actually, people have heard things about hyaluronic acid that it holds lots of water, and it can hold up to 1,000 times its own weight in water. And this product is exactly the same, and it matches that on it, and it's being able to hold over 1,000 times its weight in water. So that's why it's so hydrating and plumping. It's also got vitamin B5, which is a humectant. So that is something that is then locking the moisture into your skin. So it's great having the moisture in there. We need to make sure that that skin barrier stays in place and it keeps all of that hydration locked in to keep your skin looking healthy and plump. So that's a very brief rundown of some of the exfoliators that Illumia MD do and why we need to exfoliate our skin on a regular basis. And then we can actually worry about treating any conditions or any problems that you might have specifically with your skin, so that you know, we can, once that dead top layer of skin has been cleared away, products can really get to it. So yeah, so like I say, really brief rundown, but that is exfoliators in a nutshell. And I will be back again for round 3 on another day. Any questions, drop me a message, let me know. Lovely to see you all.